In this video, we will be looking at the values of a digit. We will be considering the face value, place value, and the true value of a digit. Before we get any further into the video, there are a few things that we need to be clear on. A numeral is a figure, symbol, or group of such used to denote a number. In our case, and according to the numeration system that we use, which is the Hindu-Arabic system, our numerals are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, a digit is any of the numerals from 0 to 9, especially when forming part of a number. In other words, digits are the numerals that are used in the Hindu-Arabic system. Now, a number is a mathematical object used to count, quantify, or label, created by a combination of numerals, and in our case, digits, because we're working with the Hindu-Arabic system. Now, with that out the way, let's get started with face value. The face value of a digit is simply what the digit is. In other words, it is the digit itself. Let's take, for example, the number 7. If I ask for the face value, digit in this case 7, the face value would just be 7, because that's what the digit is. 423. If I ask for the face value of the digit 4, you just give me 4, because like I said, the face value of a digit is the digit itself. It's just what the digit is. In this case, 4. Let's look at this example. 5,347. Now, the digit circled is 3. If I were to ask you the face value of that digit, what would you say? If you said 3, that would have been perfectly correct, because like I said, the face value of a digit is just the digit itself. The place value of a digit, as the name suggests, is a value of the place that the digit is in. Now, when we try to identify the place value of a digit, we take into consideration the place value system. This is where every position or every place in a number has a value. Now, the system, you usually see it as your place value table. It's usually a lot bigger, but in this case, for examples, we're just going to use these 3 columns. Now, the first column is the ones column, and that's, like I said, the first column. That's where you should start. You should always start identifying your place values of your digits from the ones column or the ones place and move over towards your left. The second column would be your tens column, and third column would be your hundreds column. First column is our ones column, right? The second column is our tens column, and our third column is our hundreds column. So those are the values of these positions. These places have these corresponding values. If you notice something, however, you'll see that the ones column, when you multiply that by 10, you get the tens column. When you multiply this by another 10, you get the hundreds column. So if you'll see that as you move to the left, you just multiply the column that you're in by 10 to get the next column.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You have the number. I like 7, so let's go with 7. 7, right? Now you need to find out what position or what place value the 7 has. So remember, we start from the right and you work our way over to the left. So your right, we'll put it in the farthest right would be your ones place. So you have a value. The place value would be 1. Now, if you had started from your right, you'll see that this is in the hundreds column, but this is not how we would write 700. So you know something is not right. To avoid problems like these, you should always start from furthest right column, right? Let's take a look at another number. This one is our first one. Second one is 23. and we have 23. Now, we want to identify the place value of the 2. But again, remember, we can't just hop to the 2. We have to work our way over from the furthest right until we get to the value that we're trying to find out. So let's start fitting it into our table. Our first digit that we had was 3, so put it furthest right 3 once. And its second digit is 2. Take it over a notch, end up with 2 in the tens column. So now you know that the place value of our 2 would be 10, right? Place value of our 7 was ones. It's in the ones place. Our 2 was in the tens place. Let's take a look at another example. So we have 408, right? So we want to find the place value of the 4. What would you do? I would strongly recommend that you pause the video and try this one, and then we'll come back and try it together. So we start with furthest right, and that will be our ones place. So the first digit goes furthest right. So the 8 has a 1, is in the ones place. Our next digit is 0. Now, because it's 0 doesn't mean that we just forget about it. We have to put it there. It just means that. So what do we do about zeros? Well, we let them do their jobs. Zeros are placeholders. They indicate that there are no units in the place or in the position that is being considered. In our example 408, there were no tens being considered. However, if we didn't write 0 to indicate that there were no tens, we would instead have the number 48. So we have to include the 0 in the place that it holds. We don't really have specific tens being considered, so there's still 0 holding the place. Then we move on to our final digit, which is the one we really want to know about, and it's 4. And the next position following the first 2, since we've put those 2 digits into their place, we'll have to put our 4 into its position, and the next position that remains will be the hundreds position. And you'll find that 4 is in the hundreds place, so the place value of the digit 4 would be hundreds, right? I'd like you to pause the video and try it if you feel you got this, and then come back. So as usual, we start from the furthest right. First digit is 9, so we'll put that in furthest right column, ones place. Second would be the tens, because that comes next. Third, be in the hundreds position, so we know that 7 is in the hundreds place. But what if we wanted to put the 4 on the table as well? What would we do? What do you think we would do? What do you think the next place would be? You may recall at the beginning of the video me demonstrating to you that the first column is 1, the second column tens, third column hundreds, and that we just multiply the column, the current column or whatever column that you're starting from, by 10 to get the column that would come next. So remember, multiply 1 by 10, we got the tens column. Multiply 10 by 10, we got the hundreds column. So we'd multiply 100 by 10, we get the thousands column. And that would be, the value would be 1,000. So we will put our 4 in the only remaining column, which would be the 1,000 column. All right, good. Now let's try to do this without the table.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So we have 3 examples on the board. We're trying to find the place values of the digits that are circled in green. Now I'll do the first example. Remember that the first thing that we try to do is identify the positions of our digits. And we start from furthest right. Good. So let's go. First one will be in the ones column. Second one would be in the tens column. The third one would be in the hundreds column. All right? Remember, we're moving from right to left. And if you forget any positions, you just need to remember the first one, which is the ones. You multiply it by 10, you get the next one. And you multiply that one by 10, and you get the other one. So I found mine. The digit that is circled in green for me is 9. And as you may have noticed, 9 is in the ones column as identified. So place value of my 9 is 1's place. Right? Now, you don't really have to write all 1's place, but it's just a habit of mine. So you can just write 1's, 10's, or it's selected based on what your teacher requires of you. But you get the gist of the concept. Now, the second example and the third example, I'd like you to pause and give those a try. Then when we come back, we'll go through it together. So, working from right to left. First, ones. I'm just going to put an O this time. Should probably put O-N. I don't really want to make you have you thinking it's a 0. And the second one would be tens column, and I can just put the T this time. Right? So you find out from doing your little work that 9 is in the tens column. So it's in the tens place. Write that down. Next one, a little bit more work, but you got this. First column, ones. Second column, 1 times 10, 10. Third column, 10 times 10, 100. So we know this is our hundreds column. And our fourth column, 100 times 10, 1000. So we know our 8 is in the thousand column. Therefore, since the column corresponds with the place, we see that 8 is in the thousands place. So we have our winner. And there we go. We've done all of it. The true value of a digit really speaks to how much a digit is worth or how much weight that digit carries. To find the true value of a digit, you use your place value and the face value of a digit. So it's basically a formula, and it goes a little like this. The true value is equal to the face value multiplied by the place value. So let's see how that really works. If we want to find the true value of, let's say, 4, we'll have to identify the face value of 4, and remember the face value is just what the digit is. So we have our face value is 4, and now we're going to multiply that by the place value of the 4. Place value again, remember we start 4 more, right? So we have ones, tens, hundreds, and of course our thousands column. So that means that 4 is in the thousands place. Now, let's go ahead and put that here. The place value of the 4 is 1,000. And remember that the place value is the value of the place that the digit is in. Good. Alright, so when we just multiply this out, we get 4 times 1,000 equal 4,000. So the value of that digit that you're looking at is 4,000. Let's try another digit. Actually, let's go ahead and pause the video and try to see if we can work out the values of the remaining 3 digits. So let's work out the remaining 3. So the value of our 8, the face value of the 8 is 8. The place value is 100. So the true value is 8 times 100, 800. Good job. Next digit, 9. Face value of 9 is 9. Place value is 10, like we worked out. 9 times 10, 90. Now, the next digit and our final digit is 5. Face value of 5 is 5. Place value is 1. 5 times 1, 5 times 1 is 5. Check and see if you've done it correctly. You can always add up the true values of the digits and see if you get your initial number. Our first digit was 4, and the true value of 4 was 4,000. So we have 4,000. True value of 8 was 800. True value of 9, 90. Yeah, and true value of 5, 5. If we add up all these things, we'll get 4,895. 4,895, which is what we had up there. And you see, we did it correctly. Well done. Now for a quick recap. The face value of a digit is the digit itself. What you see is what you get. The place value of a digit is a value of the place that the digit is in. Always locate place values from right to left. Do not forget to include those zeros. Finally, the true value of a digit is the overall value or weight that the digit has, taking into consideration the face value and the place value. This can be summarized in the formula. True value is equal to face value multiplied by place value.